So my first ever interaction with Cinderella didn't actually happen in class, but in the school hall during our break. So I was walking from my locker to my chemistry class, but her and a group of friends were in the middle of the hallway. So I had to pass by them, and as I passed by them, she said really loudly, "Is it just me, or does every single high school have at least one, if not a group of hot girls that every guy wants to get with? And the problem is these girls seem to always be taken. And why is it these hot girls never date anyone in their own school? It's always this older guy who's either jacked or a drug dealer, or like, why can't I be like them?" Well, my high school had 2 of these hot girls, but like, I didn't even know they existed until grade 11, because my first year was spent hating my life and not talking to anyone. I was literally there just to get in and get out. This was basically me in grade 10.
Okay, class, everyone get into groups.
Now I've also been told that I have a condition that affects 1 in 3 kids who hate their lives, known as a resting bitch face.
Oh my god, you look like such an asshole.
Me? Me? Oh. But anyway, so fast forward to grade 11. My best friend just transferred to my high school, so I finally had someone to talk to. And one of these hot girls, we'll call Cinderella, had chemistry with me. And I don't mean that type of chemistry, but yeah, that too. And since the seating was in alphabetical order, I sat right behind my best friend from junior high, and she sat right behind me. And I knew she was one of the hot girls every guy wanted, but at the time, I didn't really care because I was in a committed relationship with a catfish. But that's a story for another video. So my first ever interaction with Cinderella didn't actually happen in class, but in the school hall during our break. So I was walking from my locker to my chemistry class, but her and a group of friends were in the middle of the hallway. So I had to pass by them, and as I passed by them, she said really loudly, "He looks exactly like Taylor Lautner." I acted like I didn't even hear anything and just kept walking to my chemistry class, but I was just thinking, girl, are you blind? You think I look like this? How are you gonna call me the guy who didn't even get the girl? And since that day, whenever we were in chemistry, she would act so sus. Like, we would be in class, and then the teacher would be like, "Okay guys, you can work in groups now." My best friend would turn his desk around so we could work together. And then after 10 minutes of working, I would just randomly hear, "I wish someone could help me." I would look up at my friend and then go back to working. I said, "I wish someone could help me." Like, I swear, I'm not making this up. Then one class, we were all working in groups, and her friend moved to the opposite side of the classroom. And she called my best friend over with them. They would all look up at me at the same time. And then, then after 10 minutes of talking, my friend came back to me, and he was like, "Yo, so, what do you think about Cinderella?" In my head, I was like, wait, so her calling me Taylor and her saying she needed help really loudly right behind me was her trying to get my attention? And I didn't even have a clue? I mean, she's cool. Nah, bro. Like, would you be down to talk to her? Let me just check my... Obviously, I would be down to talk to her. The fuck? So then after me and him were finished talking, he went back to her, and they ended up talking till the end of class. So her and I didn't even get a chance to talk. But when I got home, so I followed her back and then quickly DM'd her, and yup, the phone numbers were exchanged. And the texting turned into talking in person, which turned into chilling, which turned into makeout sessions. And what do you know? We're a thing. And word spread fast in the school. For example, I would be at a party chilling by myself and nobody would talk to me or even look at me. Then she would come sit on my lap. Oh my god. Yo, bro, is that Cinderella? She's with that guy? Oh my gosh, he must be so cool and have a huge dude. Really? What? I was gonna say dick. Even the hot guys that every girl wanted, no homo, but like maybe a little, not really, never even talked to me before, came up to me and were like, "Yo, dude, how'd you get Cinderella? I have been trying to get her for the past 2 years, man. How did you get her? Like, she actually went for you?" Yeah, bro, I know, and like what you said, like that doesn't even hurt like at all. Stupid. So yeah, I ended up with the hot girl in school, and she actually told me why she wanted me above all other guys. So guys, I'm about to tell you this top secret information, and trust me, it has been confirmed by multiple girls. So the reason why she wanted me in the first place is because no other guy had snubbed her before, and she was taken back by that. She said that the fact I wouldn't give her the time of day just made her want me more. She told me she never even went for a guy before, and I was the first guy she went for because they would always come to her. Now, I'm not saying go ignore all girls around you, because if you're ugly, you're ugly, and everyone is somewhat shallow. You won't get anywhere ignoring girls and just acting like they don't matter. What I'm saying is, Cinderella wasn't used to it. Just don't be like every other guy, because if she's hot, she can have pretty much any guy she wants anyways. So give her a reason to want you. So yeah, life was good. I had my best friend back, we played on the basketball team, and I had the hot girl in school. This was basically High School Musical, except me singing is like Kevin Hart being faithful. We both wish we could, but it's just not gonna happen. So after getting to know Cinderella, I found out that this girl was rich. And I was over here having naps for meals. One time we were on the phone and she told me it was disgusting how much money her family had because it made their family fight over stupid things. And like, I was kind of getting salty. I mean, like, I would have been if I could even afford the salt. It just made me feel so insecure. It all hit me at once.
Round 1, fight!
I was 15. She was almost 17. And she had a car that she could drive to school.
Finish him!
And she could get any guy she wanted.
Brutality.
And I hated the fact that she drove me around. It just made me feel like I had so much less to offer than her. It even got to the point where I didn't even want her to drop me in front of my own condo because it wasn't a house, and I was so embarrassed that we didn't have any money. So my own insecurities led to many fights, which in the end led to us ending our thing. Of course, that wasn't the only problem. And for a while, she became the one that got away. So if there's one thing you can take away from this, it's to stop letting your own insecurities stop you from getting what you deserve. Because it's better to be satisfied with what you did than think what you could have done.
And I